Matthew Wilson. I'm here at Auto Salon of Orlando at the Hyundai Nissan dealership. Today we're going to be tinting a Hyundai Senota 2019. I'm going to take you through the antics and let you see how I tint this. Thank you. We've already got our film pre-cut out, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to shrink the film. Now what I like to do is I like to shrink both windows at the same time. The reason being is it gives it an extra layer of protection when you're heating it. And also causes for a faster job. We like quality work, but we also like to do it fast. I've been tinting now for 10 years. I started out in Fort Myers, Florida with David Huxema. I gotta say he's one of the best tinters in the state of Florida. He's still doing his thing. When you heat the glass, you want to push sideways and try to get any extra fingers that might be there. Last thing you want when you're doing an install is to have fingers pull up on you. All right. This is a Lumar ATC film. We're putting 30 on the front and 15 on the rear doors and back window. Lumar's got a really great quality film. There's a lot of film out there that's really good right now. Lumar's been a great film company for a very long time. That's why we use Lumar. Over the past few years, every film company has stepped it up ever since ceramic film has come out. Okay. I had these windows pre-cleaned already, but being that this vehicle owner has a dog that she likes to carry in her vehicle, there's dog hair everywhere, so we're going to want to extra clean these windows. Last thing you want is dog hair in your job. Back windows tend to be the hardest windows to shrink. I happen to think they're the easiest. use a baby soap solution. And the reason being is because if you use any regular soap like Dawn dish detergent, it will create a film over the interior of the car, which you'll later have to scrub off. If you use baby shampoo, it won't take off that cure on your leather. The film will shrink itself. All you want to do is just go with the flow. Allow the fingers to go where they want. If you see a big finger, separate it. It's much easier to shrink a small finger than it is to shrink a large finger. You always start with one half of the portion moving towards the center, and then you work your way over. You don't want to crease the film. If you do crease the film, there is ways, if you're a master tinter like myself, to take the creases out. But the key is to try not to crease it. With film as expensive as it is right now, you don't want to have to redo the job. You want to do it the first time and to do it right the first time. That way you don't have to go back and do it again. It takes time and it takes money. But we're all about saving time and making as much money as possible. We tend to get between 8 to 10 cars a day here. I'm by myself right now as a tinter, so I'm handling all this by myself with no prepper and no helper. A lot of tinters need helpers. I myself can handle the work by myself. You want to become a good tinter, the best thing to do is just to jump right into it. You're going to mess up a lot of stuff before you get good. Nobody just starts tinting and tinting good. You have to mess something up before you learn how to do it correctly. I messed up a lot of cars when I first started tinting. Out of the past 100 cars I've done, I've not had a single callback or a single return. Everything goes out perfect. If there's something underneath the film when the job is done, the best bet is just to take it off and redo it. We don't want to send nothing out if it isn't perfect. Like I said earlier in the video, if you do it right the first time, you won't have to go back and do it again. Take your time. Alright, she's ready for install. We're going to give her one more cleaning job before we put her in. I want you to see me cleaning the window. When you clean these windows, you want to wash straight down. The reason why is the dirt likes to stay to the side and towards the bottom. So always wash towards the bottom. I use a still pressurized pump, so you're not constantly spraying. A continuous spray is going to make for a better job. Take your side swiper and start from the top. Just give it a nice clean squeegee. Make sure there isn't anything left over on the window. Always work from the side towards the bottom. Want to take your black and white, and you want to get that bottom edge to make sure there isn't any leftover hair or bugs that are left in the bottom. Spray it down once again. And she's ready for install. When peeling the film, start from the bottom and work your way up because water drips down. You don't want any dirt that's on the vehicle to wash its way down before you're able to pull the film off the vehicle. Handle the film very gently. You don't want to touch anything in the car because it's just going to collect dust. In this instance, with her having a dog, we don't want any dog hair in here. We're going to take our time putting this in nice and slow. Make sure everything's lined up correctly. Wet it down. And then rub your hand across it gently, removing any of these big bubbles that are in here so it sticks to the glass. You want it anchored. Last thing you want when you're squeegeeing out is for the film to move. Then you got to pull it off again and recenter it. When you pull it off and recenter it, it's going to collect dust. So once you have it in place, you want it to stay there. You want it anchored. Then take your side swiper and start in the middle. Give it a good anchor right across the middle. And like a pie, you work your way up. Always working yourself towards the corners. When doing the bottom, you want to go straight down. Reason why you go straight down, you don't want any fingers to pop up on the side. Last thing you want to do when you're doing an install is to have fingers pop up that you got to pull the heat gun in and go over. You want it perfect the first time with no fingers. Take your black and white and you go back around the bottom and get the rest of that water that's contained in there. I recommend wetting it one more time and do a final squeegee on it just to get that remainder water out of there. Always take the time when you're finished to wipe up immediately. You don't want to leave any water inside the car. It stains and it's better if you just wipe it up right then and there. You don't have to come back again. It saves a lot of time. It also lets you allow you to see what's going on with the window. See, we're going to have to come back here on the bottom and push the rest of that water out. As you notice, there's no fingers. We don't want to use the heat gun again once we install it. Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is install these small wings. My recommendation is a small squeegee. It's easier to work with. Even though I've already cleaned these windows, you always want to re-squeegee your windows because any dust that's in the air may pollute your windows. And you want a clean job because you don't want to have to redo it. In my books, if you have to redo anything, you're not a good tinter. Never touch the glue. We're going to go ahead and install this over here. And what I do is I set the wings in there and I allow them to cure for a moment because they're really hard to set and anchor. So we just go ahead and let them sit for a few minutes and get another window in. As I said before, most of these windows are already pre-cleaned. I did that prior to the video. Yellow squeegees are great, but they leave behind squeegee marks. So I prefer on the inside glass, use an orange max. Back up. Always leave some of the liner on there. That way when you're doing the install, the bottom edge doesn't touch the door panel and pull off any unnecessary dirt. You can see here we got some of that squeegee mark on there. Want it as close to the edge as possible. Nobody likes a big gap in their windows. Want to wet the film. And then gently anchor it with your orange max. You can set the film as you go. Once that film's anchored though, it's not going to want to move. Take our yellow contour and get the edges here. One final squeegee, just to make sure there isn't any leftover water in there. Pop your edges, because you don't want them dragging along the side when you go to roll your window up. That'll collect dirt as well. You can gently rinse off and go ahead and pull the rest of your liner, tucking that edge in as you go. ahead and put a small amount of water on there. Some Orange Max. Squeegee that out. Going straight down towards the bottom. You don't want any fingers on the side of your windows. As you notice, I don't have any fingers. Once I put the film in, I do not want to use the heat gun on the inside of the film whatsoever. Only if it's mandatory. You notice it's perfect. No fingers whatsoever. Go ahead and take your towel and wipe everything down. Door panel real good. A real tinter could do an install without leaving anything on the edges here. You don't want anything on your edges. You don't want to take that heat gun, and I keep saying it repeatedly because it's very important that you do not take your heat gun once you have done the install to the inside of your film. It's a perfect window. Let them go up close to it and go around the edges.
Never sees me.
Now I did not clean this window because I had to shrink the film for you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you clean a window properly. This is the most important part of tinting, is a clean window. If you don't have a clean window, you're not going to have a clean install. That's why I like to do my work myself. Only a window tinter is going to know how important it is to have a clean window. If you don't know how to lay film, you don't know how to properly clean a window. And if you do, it's because you've had a lot of experience in cleaning windows. Just take your razor blade and very gently go across all the way around. If you got any stickers, remove the stickers. Always take an Olfa knife. I'll go around the edges in case there's any dirt that's trapped in the edge. You don't want it on the inside of your film. Start your squeegeeing from the bottom with the window rolled all the way up. It starts with just your edges. Then roll the window down. Just a little bit, about 1.5 inches. Always washing downward. When you squeegee, squeegee towards the edge of the window. Wherever the open face is. In this case, it's on the outside. Give it one more good washing. We're going to pump this up one more time because it's losing pressure. I believe in tack boards because the reason why is when you try to peel your film on the car, you're going to be washing any contaminants and dirt that's on the vehicle. On a nice clean washboard, peel board, you're not going to have anything like that. You're not going to have to worry about that as long as you keep washing your peel board after each and every job. Again, cleanliness is the most important step in window film installation. Gonna tack this film down. If you use too much soap, your film's not going to want to anchor down. You want just the right amount of soap in your bottle. I prefer baby shampoo. Alright, pop your edges. That way you don't have to bring your heat gun in. Rinse downwards. And roll the window up. I like to use the yellow contour just to tuck that film behind that gap, or behind that rubber seal there. And wipe your window down. Try to keep a dry towel. A wet towel is just going to smear it. Sometimes you're going to get fingers you just can't help. It's just part of it. The most common place for fingers are right here on the side. And the reason being is when you're installing the film, you put a little too much extra tension on the side before you pull that liner off. And it'll leave a small finger here. That's why you want to be very gentle with the film. You don't want the glass too hot. Glass being too hot will melt the film. As you can see, there's perfect window. No specks, no dirt, no nothing. Now, a few minutes ago, we put this wing in. We're going to go ahead and squeegee this out now, as we've given it time to sit and cure. Make sure it's in place before you start squeegeeing, because it's already tacked down with it sitting and curing. Work your way towards the edge. As you can see, it's perfect. We're going to put a little heat up here on the corner where I'll tilt the film at. Be careful when you're peeling your film because sometimes it'll leave a small indentation like this. It's alright, it's not going to hurt anything. You just put a little heat on it and tack it down with your squeegee. Or you can use your thumb. Either one is fine. There you go, it's gone. Alright, that's it. We finished the car. It took us exactly 1 hour from the time that I cut the film, cleaned the windows, and laid the installation. That's a very fast, clean job. Again, this is a 2019 Hyundai Sonata. My name is Matthew Wilson. I'll be posting these videos as much as often. You can contact us at Auto Salon of Orlando. Thank you very much.